Still got it.
That was when you get GX.
Keep coming back to you. I keep coming back to you.
Hello, internet world. Welcome to another episode of TV Nerdz. This is your host, Esoteric Child, here with Gabe Stomach. And let's hope that no thunder fucks up our episode this time.
No, I made sure.
Yeah.
I asked questions.
Yeah. Oh God.
We're all recording.
How's your week been, man?
Productive. It's good. It's good. I was at the barbecue truck again. I'm gonna be doing it a few more times, and then I'm gonna start finding people to sub my positions out.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone looking to work at a food truck, hit your boy up. I got you. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than that, I just come up with other ideas, show ideas, food ideas. That's about it. That's about it. Oh, I'm ready for that cook-off too. Got
Oh
to.
yeah. Which one? Because you're technically a part of two.
Whenever one happens.
Whichever one comes first.
Ready.
All right.
I did a breakfast one and busting. You don't want the smoke.
All right, man. We're gonna see.
I made my own mango jelly.
We're gonna set that up. All right.
Marmalade. Is it marmalade jelly?
You don't even know what fruit it is. Like,
It don't jiggle. Jam don't jiggle, right? What's the phrase? Yeah.
it's called must be jam because jelly don't shake like that. So what is it? A jam?
Jelly. It's a jelly. Jelly don't shake like that, right? That's what we just said. I don't know the pickup line, but that's what I made. The one that don't shake. Yeah, that's about it. Just watching the news, seeing the fucked up shit. 4th of July was pretty rough.
Yep. Bruh, I'm starting to think this whole thing is a conspiracy now. Like, I hate to sound like that guy, but this shit happens too often.
It's not just too often, but I feel like
I have a question.
Too easy.
That's that too. I have a question. When did we start having 4th of July parades?
We've been having 4th of July parades.
Never. I ain't never heard that.
Yeah, we've been having 4th of July parades. They never went away.
They ain't had when I was coming up. I ain't never heard of no one saying, "Yo, we out to the 4th of July parade." Like,
yeah, I've been to a few of them. I've been. New York has some. Jersey has some.
I think New York just be trying to have an excuse just to have a parade for some reason, just because of the location. Like,
Maybe
y'all have a whole Puerto Rican Day parade. Like,
don't get mad.
For what reason?
We also got Juve Carnival. We also got
Miami got Juve too.
So does Canada.
Yeah, honestly, that's one of my goals. Really.
And Jersey got it.
That's one of my goals is to just go to every single Juve that's like they have it. I know they got one in Brazil.
I've been to 3 so far.
Which one? Where at?
Canada, Jersey, New York, and Miami. So 4. Been to 4 so far. But there's all over the carnival.
Yeah, they got. I know they have a carnival and they got it in Cali, and I know they got one in Brazil too. That one be lit.
Doing one in Jamaica and Guyana too. They're all over the Caribbean mostly, but
yeah, they got that's different. That's Jokano. That one is in the Bahamas. I heard that. That's one real culture too. So yeah.
I've been to a few. They're fun.
Oh yeah,
shootings every time though. Ain't nobody trip. I think here's the thing. I think it comes down to culturally too. Things like location wise, a lot of people be numb to stuff because like, what was it? I think it's Park Slopes in Brooklyn is where they do the carnival there, and they got Juve the night before where you got to dress up, and but they do that starts at like midnight or like 11 p.m. and then goes on to the next day. So people already lit going into the next day, and they just continue turning up till like the middle of the afternoon and shit, right? So it's like everybody be drunk and stuff, but you just be hearing pops and stuff go off all the time. So when, like, I went one year, Elephant Man on a VIP truck, a bunch of other people VIPs. I think Beanie Man was there. It was a bunch of them. and then like all you heard was pop, pop, pop. Everybody just said, "Oh well, parade's over." Just packed up. No one ran. Like, well, I should say no one ran. The people who ran were like all cops. I don't know where you just saw a sea of blue police rush the street, and then everybody just left. But like the tone of everything was just like, oh, that was a good parade, man. Shucks, it ended so early, you know. No one.
It's like that's just where you know, like,
Yeah.
that's when you know the party's over. Like,
Yeah, like there's two ways you know that like a Caribbean party is over. Either someone like a fighter shots pop off, or they kill power in the middle of whatever. Cause like another one I went to was in Jersey, and they did the Welcome to Jamrock.
Mm-hmm.
That you know how live people get when that get on.
Oh yeah, of course.
They played just the, Welcome to we call it back. Choom. Oh, what did yo? And he just something about to pop off. And you're just like, oh god, why would you do that? So it's like those are things. But then you hear like what happened in Illinois, and it's like he had a disguise, he had more weapons, and then he was even watched.
He was being watched by the FBI. It's like, I ain't booked this guy yet.
I think we need to start discussing the fact that like mental illness and just being watched on social media should count for a background check now.
Mm-hmm.
Even now when it comes to like his dad co-signed for him to get the gun. Apparently he even threatened his family. How do you threaten the family and you still got your dad to co-sign for a gun? So it's like those kind of things, and then it's like that's what makes a conspiracy for me. Is like you knew he has issues, and yet you still allow it to happen. And then more tragic news, you got the James Caan from Godfather.
Mm-hmm.
He passed away at 82, and then
Mr. You touch my sister again, I'll kill you.
yeah, bro, he been crazy.
Right. He's a lit character in that movie, though. You know.
I can't remember other movies, but I know he's done like some A-list stuff. Like he's
Oh yeah, a lot of those guys who came from The Godfather, they were big time actors, honestly. Shout out Al Pacino for sure.
right.
Yeah. And then the creator of the Yu-Gi-Oh manga passed away on Wednesday. So it's a big hit to all anime fans, all manga fans. I mean, because Yu-Gi-Oh was that shit. Like,
Still is. I got my deck to this day, man. I'm
Mm-hmm.
running right now. Bro, we were. I don't remember any kid when I was growing up. Like
Who
Pokemon
didn't?
got brushed to the side when you go.
low key, like
That's what
I
I'm
just
saying.
think the card game, like everybody was still playing Pokemon, on,
For
like,
sure.
you know,
Yeah, for
on
sure.
on a Game Boy and everything. But bro, when it came to card games, like Yu-Gi-Oh, like as soon as Yu-Gi-Oh cards came out, it was just, yo.
Guys, it
Like,
made it easy.
I'm just wondering, like, how y'all used to play Pokemon cards? Niggas used to really have like Pokemon battles and shit, like with cards. I'm like, how?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. What pissed me off is the fact that like how many cards you needed for a Pokemon battle to tap. Niggas should pull up with binders. I'll be like, bro, what is like half the binders just elements? What? Yeah, I need water, fire, psychic, earth. You know, this is elements. No, what? Half your
Yeah.
binder. Yeah.
Just elements. You ain't
Just
got
elements.
no
Yeah, no
Pokemon at all.
No, I got Pokemon cards. It's like the first half of the book. Bro, this is the deck. Yu-Gi-Oh! This is the deck. All you need. You can walk around in your pocket. All you need. You don't need a whole binder.
Nah, there's some guys who had binders and this shit, but they would create their deck
That's what
from
I'm
the
saying.
binder. Like that's wild. That was wild.
But you needed every card for Pokemon. Like it would be like, yo, you need this card needed like 6 psychic power abilities. And I'm like, bro, it's just a jinx.
Like you know what power it can have. Like come on.
Why can't I just play the card? You need 6 psychic powers.
I mean, it would probably just be like, what's it called? Like another.
Magic the Gathering, kind of.
None. It'll be like playing DD, almost.
DD.
D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, like without the elements, like
Oh, okay,
actually
okay.
actually trying to play a
It's-
Pokemon battle
It's
without
like
the
Magic
elements.
the Gathering. You ever played Magic the Gathering? You ever played Magic the Gathering?
No,
It's the same thing as Pokemon. Just the monsters are way more metal. It's like somebody was like, hey, let's take this deck and sent it to Hot Topic. And then Hot Topic designed it and sent it back. That's how the whole thing looked. It's interesting, but they're the exact same thing. People play that religiously, bro. The games of Yu-Gi-Oh is what hit.
Dog.
Yo,
Nah, seeing actual Yu-Gi-Oh, like I remember I was actually watching like all from elementary school all the way to middle school, everything. Dude, even sometimes in high school, there were some people in high school who brought their Yu-Gi-Oh deck to school too.
Fam, you had a little metal tin. You had a little metal tin. The Blue Eyes White Dragon metal tin or the Dark Magician metal tin had a stupid ass mat that was flimsy. You didn't have the mat,
Bro.
bro. My shit was. I had a plastic. I had like a paper mat that came with the starter decks. The Yu-Gi-Oh, bro. This is iconic memories.
Oh yeah.
The starter decks.
Yeah,
the
I
Dark
remember.
Magicians.
I remember my first official like match. I got my ass fucked up in like 5 turns. But shit was low-key.
I remember we had gotten into the trading of the cards, and then they got into fusions and stuff. Bro, I was collecting. I would, and then
Bro, in 5th grade, I remember someone actually had all 3 of the Magician God cards. Bro, like, and it was always like hard to find them cards too.
I had all the what's the ritualistic ones, like Relinquish and Blackluster Soldiers. I had all those are the ones you need like a ritual card, sacrifice and all this. But then the card was like indestructible. People never wanted to play with me because my shit was. I had like hella magic cards and be like, bro, I can't stop them. Like I know. What you gonna do, bro? What you gonna do?
It's like, yo, you can have all the strongest like monster cards, but if you ain't got no good magic cards, no good trap cards, bro.
Fuck.
You gotta have a balance.
I had Lord. I had a perfect combination right here. Lord of D. Favorite card, just because of the name. I will giggle every day. The Lord of D. It's funny, but he was able to special summon like 3 dragons from the deck if you pull the flute out, right? So I had 2 flutes, 2 Lord of D's. I was ready. Pull both them cards out, bro. Give me the 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon. What? Run your pockets, son. Run them pockets. And then, but you can't just, I don't even need to sacrifice. I don't even need to sacrifice. I still got 2 more monsters on the deck. What you gonna do? Yo, niggas just cry, bro. I used to straight up fights.
Yo.
For Yu-Gi-Oh.
Bro,
Fights.
I ain't gonna lie, if you get into a fight because of a Yu-Gi-Oh battle, you wild.
Bro, there was an emotion level. You know the disrespect to draw 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons on the person, and then you got people around you watching. The disrespect. We got 3 Blue Eyes. Who the is this?
Bro, I remember this one guy actually had like it was from like the later on in the series, like, but he actually had the Shield of Orichalcos, that one, that field card. When you talking about stress, had everybody in the class stressed. Like, bro,
That card. And there was one called it was a 2-paired card. It was called like Wall of Tornadoes, and you had to have Umi. It was a trap card, right? Continuous too, so you had to get rid of the trap card for it to even work. But any damage done to you turned to 0. Essentially, you couldn't be touched until they got rid of the trap card. And then I had like other cards that could blow up magic cards, bro. People were so you strongest monster try to attack. 4,000 damage. I ain't got nothing on the field. That's directly to your life points. Wall of Tornado. Huh? What? You never had those person that take the card and read it themselves because they don't believe you? They don't
like, man, let me see. Like, nah. Yo,
man, that card cheap.
Bro, you ever heard of this card called you ever heard of this monster card called Dragon FGD?
Nah.
Bro, it was as strong as like I remember like because one of my friends couldn't bring his cards to school, and he would like say, "Oh, I got this card." I'm like, "Man, you ain't got the." He literally sneak the card like and showed me like he's like, "Bro, I'm not lying." I'm like, because the way he was describing this card, he's like, "Yo, this is it was a dragon card," and like, "Yo, this shit powerful." Like, I'm like, "Man, you gotta be lying, bro. You gotta make it this out." He's like, "Nah." Showed it to me. I'm like,
bro, I had Monster Reborn, Card Destruction, Time Wizard. I had the classics.
Honestly, when I first started like getting Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like I was happy that I had like two two of the favorite cars I used to like watch on the show, like Karibo and Dark Musician. I had both of those two cars. I was a happy kid.
I had the Great Moth. I had the Great Moth and the evolved, like the versions of the cards you needed to make the Great Moth.
Mm-hmm.
I had my boy stole them from me. We got into a straight up fist fight. I knew he took them.
If you stealing Yu-Gi-Oh cards, bro.
Bro, it was one of those cards where it was like if you didn't eat, because he was looking for it too.
Mm-hmm.
And I just said, and like wherever we were, we had gotten the packs. You know, I had to go to certain stores out of state. Mom, can you take me to Toys R Us 60 miles away? Huh? No, they get better stock than us. And you would have to go get the better stock.
You was the only child, so of course they were gonna say yeah.
Hell no, bro. We had to make it a field trip basically, bro. I had to go with like 4 of my friends, they mom too. We all in the city type shit. That's how we was able to go to the Toys R Us in New York to get it. Toys R Us in New York had all the litter stuff.
I guess because it's the major city. Honestly, I bet if it was more popular in Miami, they would have had it too. But like, or maybe just deeper in Miami, like in downtown.
Yeah, if it was like when I say popular, like the rare stuff, it was like only like I think it was like on 30,
like only in
42nd
only
Street.
those major cities. Like
No, not major cities. Just this one store. Like we went
that's probably probably one of the bigger stores or something like that.
It's on 42nd Street. It's in Times Square. So it's like they have like a Ferris wheel in the son of a bitch. Like it's massive. It's like 6 floors for this Toys R Us. But like that, I remember that particular one would have like any rare one you're trying to get, you had to go there to get it. Of course, you had to wait in line. It would always out, bro. It was ridiculous. Then Beyblades hit the market. I was getting Beyblades.
I mean, honestly, if you were really into like anime back then, like you had all the shit.
You had to.
It ain't matter, but I don't think nothing had the longest run besides Pokemon, because Pokemon's still going to run to this day. But back then, Yu-Gi-Oh had the strongest run. Everybody still had Yu-Gi-Oh cards. People still got Yu-Gi-Oh cards now.
Yeah, I still got my Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
You know, but Blade had like a short run. The show was fire. The show was fire, but like
the shit that they toys. I ain't gonna hold you. They toys was too damn dangerous. Remember how back in the day, people had to get lawn darts, and like they had they're like, yo, lawn darts are illegal now. Like people are dying because they're getting stabbed with lawn darts. Right? It's like that's what happened with Beyblades. I remember Beyblades were like the ones I had were so strong, and we were playing with them on
them things was like those are probably
solid metal.
Those are probably the first ones that came out where this shit was like legit.
Yeah, bro. They had a thick ass piece of metal to weight it down. And then the rest of it was all plastic. I bust open cans, bro. We cut ourselves open. The school had to ban Beyblades one time because we were just like, I was like, let it rip, and I just was like, on the table, it skipped the table and hit somebody in the face. They was like solid, like shredded skin type shit because it was humming.
I remember like the one piece that made it spin was metal, but like the rest, I think when I got it, like the rest of it was plastic or like hard plastic.
Yeah.
But the part that you needed for it to spin was metal. And even that shit was fucked up.
You get first gen like Beyblades when they first came out. I swear to God, the metal was like that, like galvanized steel that thick with like 3 holes in it that you had to place in that weighted it down. And there was one particular Beyblade that had like a second ring that was made out of harder plastic that just fit on it, and it didn't spin. It was like loose.
It just kept everything together.
No. This thing, all it did was do more damage. That was the whole design for this thing. It was
I guess that was just like, you know how at least in the show, like when the monster would come out of it, they had an evolved form of it where it was actually armored. I guess that's probably what it was like trying to resemble.
No, this particular Beyblade, I had to go to New York Toys R Us to get it. And me and my boy.
You was one spoiled ass child when you grew up.
How am I spoiled to go to Toys R Us? It's
all the way in New York.
It's a 10-minute train ride. 4 stops. 4 train stops.
And you talking about 10 minutes?
Grove Street? What? Exchange Place? Newport? World Trade Center. That's it. Then I'm in New York. And then if I wanted to, it's like 8 stops. When I go to 33rd Street, that's a 25 to 30-minute ride. And then I'm 10 blocks from Toys R Us. Damn. And my mom worked in New York. Of course I'm going to be in New York all the damn time. I'm not spoiled. I'm an only child. Take your ass. You come with me to work. Damn, I don't want to go to I don't want to go to work with you.
It's like we right next to the Toys R Us. Like,
Can I go to Toys R Us though if I go to work with you and be quiet? Yeah. Bet. I gotta be on my best behavior. Don't fuck shit up. And then when my mom done with her work, I gotta go to Toys R Us. That's how that's how the life was.
man,
you never had the ultimatum.
Man, yo, R.I.P. to Toys R Us, man. Bruh.
They saved so many kids' ass whoopings
They
as bribes. If you don't sit down, be quiet, I won't take your ass to Toys R Us. Huh?
It's like, look, nah. Kids were straight A students because they wanted to go to Toys R Us.
What?
Like, hey, yo, you get good grades in your report card, I'm gonna take you to Toys R Us.
And they tell you they're hitting you with, you be like, I don't want to go to that bullshit ass Toys. I want to go to this one. All right, I'll take you. What? Quiet, bro. That's how my mom got me. Like, that's how I behave every time she had to take me to her job when, like, school.
Man, now where are kids getting their toys at? Walmart?
Amazon, fool. And this shit all made from China or something, got radiation in it. Bro, I swear to you, the toys that we was getting back in the day had so much. Remember the dragonfly thing? It was like a little thing you put on. You remember? You had the female ones too, right? And they had the girl princess ones. You just rip.
Oh,
the
you
shits,
mean the things that just spin
and
like
they
that,
fly
bro?
up the air? And he used to knock out lights, ceiling tiles. No one's house
so
was
dumb.
big enough.
This shit was so dumb.
Yo, it made no sense, bro. I'm in an apartment.
Man, dude, that's what you get when you got a house in a backyard. Like, come on, man.
And niggas ain't had luxuries like that, yo. I'm in
Bruh.
project apartments of East Orange. Let it rip. Holes in the ceiling, bro. I don't give a fuck. Yo,
Someone above you's like, who the heck?
Son, there was so many.
Like,
the toys were so much
Stop getting your kids some damn
dangerous.
toys. What the heck?
The toys are
Duh,
way more dangerous.
I remember I had to get certain toys because my older sister knew that I would break certain toys because I was a big kid. I break shit, whatever. But like, bruh, it was this one. I had this one kind of like water like bottle rocket or whatever that I always used to just shoot up.
Is the one you stomp on?
Nah, I ain't had that one.
Oh, okay.
Nah, it was one where like you filled it with water, like you pumped it, and then like you had like a little like thing that you like pulled and just like
Shot
a trigger, and it shot up. Do you not know how many times I shot that shit up to the roof?
And you had to go get it? How'd you get it back?
My dad.
You had to ask your dad to go get
Like, either that or like literally.
privileged.
I was like, my rocket went on the roof. Like,
Privileged.
how's that privilege?
Privileged. I've lost so much shit on roofs, and my family looked right at me going, shit gone. What?
It's like it's just the ladder. You just gotta get the ladder up there.
That shit gone. I ain't going to ladder. What? Yeah, you should have kicked it.
Nah,
Should've sent
I
it
remember
over
one
there.
time it shot on the roof, and then it came down. It came rolling down.
It broke?
Like, it ain't technically break, but it had a crack in it.
Still good. Still
Yeah,
good.
you know,
Still good.
I still shot up a couple times before it officially broke, but literally my sister's like looking like, how'd you make a crack in that? I literally got it so you wouldn't break it. I'm like, it got on the roof. I
didn't- It's not even a sob story, but it's like I didn't get a house till I was like 14. And even then, that house, I still didn't get shit went on the roof, gone. If
you
it
better
ain't-
wait for it to rain.
Even if it rained, gone. We had flat roofs. That shit gone.
A flat roof,
Yeah.
man.
It's
Y'all
three,
could have easily just went up
it's
there.
three
like, okay,
stories.
never mind. I'm not getting.
It's gone.
If it's
Gone, bro. My dad hit me with that. That shit gone. He looked at me while I did it. That's what fucks me up. He didn't even stop me. He watched me doing some dumb shit. I had the rocket one. He stomped. Right. My grandparents got me because they lived down here in Florida, and I would take the toys back to Jersey, where I live in a bum ass. Well, not bum ass. It's a nice ass house, but it's connected to other houses. It's 3 stories. We had a big yard, so I'd be in my yard.
So it's like a duplex.
No, it's like if you ever seen like
Or like a boarding house in a way?
kind of boarding house-ish.
Okay.
Yeah. Like so like in our yard, we had a big yard because the house next to us burned down and just turned into a driveway. So that was our driveway, and I'd just be playing in the driveway, having a blast, shooting my rocket, and it wasn't hitting the thing. But then one time I was like, bah! It said skit, skit, skit. Foop. And my dad watched this shit happen, and I want to tell you, he said, gone. He didn't even trip. He didn't even, like, he saw my face.
He's like, I'm glad you stopped playing with that thing.
Yeah, he was like, yo, you had your fun? That's the response you get. Yo, you had your fun? Yeah, I had my fun. Yeah. Well,
It's gone now.
find something else to keep you occupied. I don't know what to tell you. You ain't getting another one. Yo, it's ruthless.
It was. Oh my God.
Man, childhood's back on. Man, I remember. You ever get the look? You ever get the look of doing something wrong in the store? You ever get the look of doing something wrong in the store and you get scared, shitless, and you know an ass whooping's coming, but no words was shared and nothing. Like telepathically, you felt your ass getting hit. Like you doing some shit over here, and then you just feel like your whole body just hot. To look directly at, like your mom or your dad just. You just put whatever you was doing back, bro. I can't tell you how many times I got that. That shit was. Just, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's why people. That's the danger sense. I feel like your fight or flight. Mm-hmm. If that's what I feel like our youth is like, the new generation is missing. No one instills a fight or flight as a like animals.
You can't even give your kid a look without someone calling child services.
No,
like,
no.
They'll be like, I think that child. No, he knows better.
Right.
The fuck?
Like there's no instill of danger and right or wrong, or more of like just in general. Like back in the day, I remember just getting true fear when just knowing that like at any given moment I could come across my head. Just come across.
Like that. I know it's a little better. Like that now parents are being like more understanding. They're more trying to connect with their kids, but I think it's also a slippery slope to that because now. We're seeing a lot of parents be their children's friend, not their parent. You know, I mean, I can't tell anybody how to raise their kids. I got no kids of my own, but it's just.
Neither do I.
Honestly, it's just.
But when you see them,
wow.
When you see them in the streets, you just be looking at it like, well, if you don't hit them with the look of fear,
it's like you ain't gotta look like.
You ain't gotta hit them, but there has to be a known look of fear of when, hey, you fucking up right now.
It's like if you keep fucking up.
I don't care.
Then I'm gonna have to.
I'm gonna find a bathroom, changing room, fitting room. I don't give a fuck. I'll find a room or this aisle. I'm whooping your ass. I'm like, what? You can't just. And that's the thing too. There's no threats. The threats were never really fillable. I'm gonna beat your ass so bad you ain't gonna wake up for the next week. Ain't no mother gonna concuss you.
Gonna do that.
You know what I'm saying? No.
Or people just like I'm gonna knock you next week.
You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure your clothes gonna be back in style. What? Ma, how you gonna watch me? Like
it's like I don't want to see that.
But it just instills that fear. You just be like, yo, what? She could knock my clothes back in style? Is my clothes out of style? I bought these
recently. Like you went to the department store though, didn't you? Like yeah. So,
the threats are diminished. I don't know. It just depends. I don't know, you wanna talk about the new lineups?
So yeah, man. I mean, R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. We are losing a lot of legends out here. Not just in music or just acting, but just all across the board now.
I mean, they're old. I mean, 60 ain't old.
These days 60 ain't old. Man.
82 old.
Man, you still got people in the 80s and 90s still kicking. Come on. And how old was Hugh Hefner when he died? He was about to be like 90 or something. Or was he already in his 90s?
90. I don't know how he had to 90. He hanging out with all that women, bro.
I think Viagra was helping.
Had to.
Like I know they say you're not supposed to take it too often, especially when you go older, but like, dude, I think that was helping his heart a little bit. Like it helped his heart, like gave his heart like a couple years, before.
It does something with your blood vessels. I know that. So I wouldn't put it past you that that's how he lived an extra 10, 20 years. Straight off Viagra pills, just eating by Skittles. Just a bowl of just.
And I mean.
Want some Viagra?
I mean, hey, like, freaking Betty White lived to be 100.
I think the secret here is that people are just genuinely happy that are living to 100. Because Betty White, you know what I mean? Like, Betty White never dealt with any propaganda, any controversy. If there was controversy, she just squashed it by saying, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Or crack the joke. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Hugh Hefner. Well, also, Hugh Hefner is from a time where
a lot of that stuff was hitting.
Yeah.
Like, we're not learning about
some of this shit. We're
not learning about this shit until now.
He was friends with Bill Cosby.
At least, I mean, respect to the dead, RIP to the dead, but at least he's dead to not have to deal with this shit. at least he's old enough to not give a fuck about social media too. Like,
He would just have one of his
imagine
girls
that
do it.
man on. Imagine that man on Twitter.
It'd
When all
be
the shit came
fire.
out.
I low key, Hefner would probably be fire on Twitter.
Dude, imagine him like imagine the craziness of him like going down some of these timelines and just seeing some of these women on the timeline like, nah.
He probably would have wrote.
Yo, if he liked the girl's picture on Twitter, that would have set the whole Twitterverse on fire.
You seen what happened? Speaking of Twitter, then and old people, you see what happened with Bette Midler? These are hitting. She getting roasted because she said women should be women or whatever. There's no such thing as birthing people. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying. I'm just repeating the tweet. So I have no opinion against this.
No, I'm just saying like
But
as
yeah.
far as what.
In terms of like trans community
Oh,
or something.
I think I've seen it. It was
She,
something.
like,
It was something about saying like, oh, if a woman if you have to get surgery to be a woman, you're not a woman, or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And then Mark Hamill chimed in as well. Ooh, excuse me. These beers. Mark Hamill chimed in as well. I don't think old people should get Twitter.
I think no.
Like that's my opinion right now. Is like, yo, y'all old people should probably just like the
Either
no
that
filter in person
either that
is fine.
or if you care about people's opinion are gonna stress you out, don't get Twitter.
I don't think it's even that because like you look like Jordan Peterson got banned. Other people are getting banned for similar things for dead naming and stuff. But it's like
I got fucking banned.
You got banned. I don't think it's about that. I think it's the fact that like you can't if you say wild shit. You said some wild shit.
I did not. It was not wild. Compared to them, it was not wild.
You said some wild shit, bro. Just like they say wild shit. You saying some wild.
I did not say what.
You know what I'm saying? You don't never see me say wild shit like that on Twitter. So like I don't. I be on tweeting a little bit. I tweet a little. But it's just old people, and if you gonna say wild shit, social media platforms like that may not be the best thing. And if you're not following up with emojis or a GIF to make it funny, then don't do it. And if you're not a comedian,
like really,
don't do it.
Like really, that was the problem. I didn't come behind it.
Yeah,
with,
you didn't drop a laughing emoji.
I wasn't happy when I tweeted it.
I promise you that would have changed.
I wasn't happy when I tweeted that shit.
That would have changed the outcome.
Oh my
So
god.
I'm just saying, bro. Old people should get away from social media platforms. Should get away from TikToks.
I mean, if you're like stuck in your ways and stuff like that, then yeah, like
even stuck in the ways of that, I just feel like it's two different eras of living. Like it's one thing to just say some shit and like you said some wild shit and now you got to deal with controversy. That's what like older generations are familiar with. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I should go and do a press conference because I said something over the thing.
But now you got to put out a whole tweet about it, and even then they're not gonna care.
And then you got to or the platform blocks you, or you have to delete the tweet, or just get rid of the whole page in general because now the shit just too hot and your phone. And it's probably like not even the fact that like you're like they don't like the criticism or the responses. I think it's just the serious fact of and then you just see you have 4,000 new messages or something, and all
There
those
was
death threats.
There was one tweet, or it wasn't even a tweet. It was a reply to a tweet that I did. Got that same kind of energy. It wasn't like mad, but there was some people who were just like disagree with me or whatever. But still, I'm just like 2,000 replies later. I'm just like, mute. I'm sick of this shit. Like,
again, the mute is like I said, people may not. You're asking people who are not familiar with technology to know that mute and whatnot. And
mute can stop.
Can you stop this fangled thing from chiming too damn much? That's literally their assistant's job. And you have to get somebody younger. That's why I say, like, if Hugh Hefner had a Twitter, I bet you them girls would be running it like a champ. It would be the best thing. Just pictures of Hefner with chicks, and then the girls would comment it and tag it.
Him in that same goddamn role he's been wearing since like
pimp. Just
I don't know how
pimping. I wouldn't be able to do the bunny ranch like that. No, that's too many. How many personalities you have to interact with all the time? He was always cheerful. I'm saying people like him.
Why he was always?
I heard he ain't never had sex like that with a woman. Like he had a few.
Anyone who I guess was involved with him, maybe, but not every woman.
Yeah,
that came through.
saying.
Like, I can get that, but just
if they was involved with it, yeah, but he wasn't
But like
out there looking for it.
modeling wise, I know there's a lot of personalities you gotta deal with, but
If anything, I feel like what gave them the models or the models, anything, was the fact that he gave them the attention of what they wanted. That's probably what made him such a hit. But in saying that, I feel like he was also feeding off the replies and reaction, and that's what I think made him live so long. Same thing with Betty White. I feel like the people who are living long is because like your interactions between like people and stuff are always happy and joyful, so your heart's never stressing. I don't know. I just guess on my. I don't know. I think about it like that. Cause like
the more joy you have, the more longer you live.
yeah, basically, you know what I mean. And then drink. Betty White be drinking. Hefner was drinking. They still drank and had a good time no matter what. So apparently, drinking and smoking and living life. Willie Nelson. It's whatever you do that gives you joy. I feel like makes you live longer. And I feel like social media is what's ruining and making people die so young. Cause I be stressing on social media at times. Bro.
I don't.
What?
I ain't got
I be stressing.
With certain things, it's just like I'm not gonna give my energy to someone that I can't like. I don't care how mad you get. You can't pull up to me right now and fight about it. I'm not gonna care about your opinion.
I mean that part, yeah, but I think the part I'm stressing about is the fact that like.
And plus, half the accounts on social media are bots.
Right, but like my stress part is the fact that like. Reason why I don't post so much is like I'm legitimately stressed out and afraid to post. Any given thing I would put can be something like negative, and it's like, oh shit. like I run for president, and it's like, yo, you said some shit about nappy-headed hoes. I didn't mean it like that, but all I said is get a pick. Finish the sentence.
I feel like when it comes to Twitter, like I got a new start, so. All the old tweets I had from my last one is just like gone. Well, it's not gone. It's still there, but it's like, who the fuck can access it besides Twitter?
You better hope. Well, the government. Didn't you hear the new thing? Government apparently has influence.
The government can't have. They don't got like that ties to big tech. It's all part of big tech.
That's not the latest news. Latest news goes that apparently the people who are getting banned, like Peter, whatever his name is. That just recently got banned, and Peterson, him and a couple other people got banned because they just said something that went against like the Roe v. Wade political stuff, and they got banned. But then they come to find out, like another person who got banned commented on another page, on someone else's page type of thing, and like referenced the fact that the government forced them to be banned because they're promoting propaganda in their eyes. So now Elon Musk is pissed because, like, if it is true that the government be like dipping their hands,
that goes against the whole like thing with big tech. They're saying they want to protect free speech and all that.
And
shit.
then that throws his whole Twitter deal out the window because I'm not gonna buy a thing that's in cahoots with the government and then have to work to get the government out of this. That's gonna be a whole new bag of worms. But it's interesting how like this whole. I don't know, the whole Twitter world and social media world is going. But I'm looking forward to NFTs still. Nah, serious.
You are?
Yeah,
now you're looking forward to NFTs?
Well,
Because before you was all like, I don't know how this shit works.
I don't know how this shit works, but like I still looking forward to NFTs. I will say this: I'm not gonna just jump the bandwagon as I did with like
Crypto?
as crypto dude. I didn't do that. But like when it comes to NFTs, it's more personal based where I can manipulate. In terms of crypto, I don't know who created it. In terms of NFTs, I do know who creates it. So it changes the dynamic of how I can make the money, and I feel more in control with that money. You know, so that's why I am looking forward to it.
I mean, I talked to a couple of people who are into NFTs and actually make art, who make art and everything. So I mean, I'm interested in seeing how it goes.
If it is on track as like other people predict, you can see it being more than like. Remember the transition from like when BlackBerry got phased out? I feel like that's what's gonna happen with like stocks and cryptocurrency. Cause like I feel like it's gonna be phased out just like the same as BlackBerries. Cryptocurrency would be not eliminated completely, but NFTs would take the forefront, being an easier and more personal like avenue for investing. I don't have to. You know what I mean? If you want to invest into a company, you can invest in NFTs. Is a way better way than just making a company to go on the stock market. And then most rappers now are doing it. That's how they're funding their albums.
True that.
So I mean, I look forward to that.
Yeah, man. Oh, I started watching The Boys. That show's fucking wild.
The gore of this thing.
Oh, you started watching it too?
Yeah.
What episode you on right now?
6, 7.
6. Yeah, I just started the 5th episode.
What's the? I'm at the part where Did you see the part where Homeland's on a plane?
Yeah, with him and Queen.
Yeah. Yo, it's the most fucked
I
scene I
wanted to
ever saw, son.
I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm like, man, fuck. Yo, I want to
Bro.
say this straight up. Fuck Homelander.
Yo, and the girl. Shorty.
No, I mean she wanted to help, but my whole thing is this. Like literally, like Homelander is supposed to basically be like a spoof of Superman. Basically.
Spoof.
But no, I'm saying like legit. Like he's supposed to be like. Yo, one of my homies literally said like, I think whoever created The Boys probably hates Superman.
It's a comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is like, because like she literally said, "Yo, just lift the plane up, carry it to safety." He's like, "How am I supposed to lift it up? You know, there's no, we're in the air." He's like, "You're basically like Superman. You have most of his power."
He can't. Nah,
And you can't guide this plane to safety.
How?
And he's just giving like excuse after excuse. He's like, "Yo, we just gotta leave." Like, bruh, half the reason is your damn fault.
All
You
right.
freaking
Nah,
blasted
he-
the damn
Yeah,
controls of it. You're part of the reason.
Well, homie already done blasted the pilot. But
And he's like,
Homeland
do you
shouldn't- yeah, he
know
should've
how to
just yeeted him.
land a plane? First of all,
should have just yeeted the guy and then
Like-
had somebody else fly the plane. Because that bitch was on autopilot would have been better than no pilot. So I feel you on that. However, in the whole series though, they got the what's it, vitamin D thing or whatever it's compound V.
Yeah.
Compound V. And if you don't have compound V's, how they get their powers?
It's not how they get their powers, but it's how it just elevates their powers.
Oh, I went too
Yeah.
far then. I saw too much.
Hmm?
I saw too much. I don't want to ruin it. Never mind. I don't want.
Oh, so that's probably next episode or something.
Yeah. But yeah, so
No,
but compound
but-
V is a necessary ingredient for them to use their powers.
Okay.
What I'm saying.
But
And
even
like if he low on compound V, or if the compound V ain't boost, you know what I'm saying? If he ain't on, if you on, like let's say he got to take it, you know, every day, twice a night, you know what I mean, or once a night. If it's midday, he's already on the tail end of the medication. He ain't got the, you know what I'm saying, the strength thing. Yo, he did straight up lie to that little girl though. I ain't gonna hold you that. Like the whole scene really rubbed me wrong.
he just like, yeah, don't worry, we're gonna save you.
And then-
Get the fuck out of here. What is your problem?
And lie about it at the end was fucked. It was like, yeah.
And it was like, I'll blast all y'all. Like, man,
But like,
I wish they would at least have one survivor.
But
Just
like,
been
I-
like, Homelander trying to kill us.
I will, yo, the whole season 1 is lit, and I'm mad, yo. I think I've watched too much already. I think
Go ahead.
I'm.
I don't care about spoilers. You know.
All right, so homie with the beard, straight up gangster, son. So,
Oh, of course.
So you saw we also saw the episode where he fighting the invisible dude. Yo, he was mad, son.
That's just like,
How you caught the invisible? And then halfway through the scene, they torturing this dude, right? And then this is when it becomes my favorite. This is when he makes him my favorite character. It's like some shit goes down when the scrawny dude who lost his girlfriend just has to blow up the invisible dude because the invisible dude broke out. The invisible dude just chipping up dudes left and right, and he grabs things like, "Hey, go back in the cage, or I'll pull the trigger." He's like, "Hey man, we ain't got to go that far, right? Go back." And he takes a step forward. And man just boom, right? And I was just like, "Oh,
I'm like, dude, this is wild.
oh shit!" Everywhere, the whole room painted.
The thing I like about this show, like,
I was
it
grossed.
gives a more realistic vibe to. It's basically like comic book MCU Twitter in a show. Like all the thoughts that people have, like what if Marvel characters were actually in real life? It kind of brings that kind of level to it.
Yeah.
It's like, what if like superheroes were in the real world, and and it kind of brings politics into it as well.
Not just politics, it shows how volatile corporate advertising and corporate business is. Because like what
But then again, who would have to fund all this shit that they're doing too, and like lawsuits and stuff like that?
That's what they have public opinion and public what's it called? Yeah, public opinion, right? Because like you would have to have the popularity vote of your fans. That's why I think they do the shows and everything, and all the movies and the press conferences. But like, I feel like that what they're doing in the Boys, the series themselves, is like almost what's happening around us now. In terms of superheroes, we get politicians, and I feel like our politicians be like like right now, bro. Like, oh, Biden be like Homeland right now. He just out here wild, and then you got other people just doing the same thing. Where you just looking at him going, "What? This is the person we got. This is the person that's gonna be here to help us." Him? Like when your boy running, your running boy.
It was that was a fucked up scene.
He got his legs snapped, bro.
No, the one fucked up scene with A-Train was when he was going to visit the kid with cancer.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "Hey man, how you doing? You know, blah blah blah." He's like, I can't remember the guy, the invisible guy. And he's like, "I wanted to see the invisible guy." Like, and he's like, "Well, he's on a mission right now, so you know. But you got me." He's like, "But he's my favorite super." Like,
yeah.
I'm so like, I don't want to say it's too much, but this might be fucked up. It's like, bro. Can you at least be appreciative? Like, I understand. I understand. Like, this is his wish, but bruh,
make a wish and you ain't even complete the deal. Fuck out of here. Get about my hospital room, dog. I want nobody to walk through this door. I want the invisible man.
It was so fucked up that he was just like, "Yo, maybe next week," and the doctor just like,
"Yeah, nah."
It's like, "Oh,
he ain't gonna make it next week."
Like, "Oh,
you done fucked it up."
And he's like, "Hey, man, if you survive this, I'll teach you how to run just as fast as me." He's like, "So you're gonna teach me how to outrun cancer?"
Get out my room. Get out my room. Bro, get out my room.
I'm like, this is the most fucked up thing ever. Like,
I mean, it's his fault for showing up. I'd have been like, "Damn, my bad, bro. Hey, you want some money?"
You know what, man? you know what should have happened? They should have literally just opened the door. Someone open the door and just be like, "Hey, the invisible guy's here, but he's invisible right now."
Why couldn't? Hold on, though.
Like, legit.
Keep it 100. Homie could have ran through the whole room and had somebody else just being there going, "Yeah, the invisible guy's here," and just had the voice speaking going, and he could just been moving hella fast, moving shit while in the room. I mean, maybe because it's called wind.
Someone caught him, but camera would have caught him or something. But even still, like, they could have done something to cover it up.
What kind of kid wants the invisible dude to show up in this room, though? I ain't gonna hold you. That was stupid in itself when I was thinking about it. I was like,
you can't even see him.
You one make a wish was, I want to see the nigga that I can't see. Yo, what? And then being the person to make a wish? What's your job? Bro, this kid wants to see the invisible man. Huh? I know.
It's like, well, he's not here right
now. He's not here.
Like,
yeah, I know. So we just open the door, can't we? Let's put him in a room with an automatic door. Just throw a microphone in there. And just call it a day, right? Yeah, let's call it a day. Cause I ain't got him.
Yeah.
How do you? What? That was the easiest make a wish. And they fucked it up by sending a black dude. I'm not gonna. Yo, the boys was hitting. The boys hitting. The show is funny.
Oh my god.
It's gory as hell. I will say that if anyone's gonna watch it.
Yeah, if you're queasy, do not watch this show.
Empty stomach recommended. If you starting off episode 1, wash your hands.
It ends up being boring in the first episode. It's like,
yeah, my man just
like my whole thing is like when I watched it, I was like, when I first watched that scene, I was like, what did that like? It's just like, yo, I wonder how many times the Flash has done that.
When Superman goes at the same speed, I wonder how many times he's done that. Anyone, I feel like any
like it just takes 1 nanosecond, and then next you know, oh, it's like, oh.
Well, like they're supposed to be able to move faster than see sit slower, so you're supposed to be able to dodge it. In theory, right? So it's like, but
what if they get distracted for like 1 second, and next you know it's like, oh.
I've always questioned what happened when you trip. I know you see in the cartoons they trip and tumble for days.
Nah, or the ones. I love talking about this scene, but it was with Justice League versus Teen Titans, and when Superman's like going up against Flash and like Flash is evil, he just like Sorry.
Yeah.
Hit him right. Broke his fucking leg, and the man just went, oh.
Tumbled like
I'm
3
like,
states.
yo.
So I think there's like shit like that. I wonder, you wonder shit. And then a lot of people's powers be annoying. Like there's that girl that light up.
Oh, Starlight. I think like she could shoot beams of light or something like that. Like basically blind a motherfucker. So I mean, shit.
Yeah.
But she was able to kick the ass.
No,
though. She could fight.
Yeah, she could fight. She got hands.
If you could do that, you might as well be able to fight.
She do got hands,
So-
but it was just like the powers was kind of like I don't know. What's her power?
Yeah, that one guy who's basically Aquaman. He's just a horny Aquaman.
Then he had to do a formal apology and shit too. I was saying, how you Aquaman? You a sexual offender? This
And you into bestiality too. That shit with the
is
dolphin.
weird.
Like, bro, the episode with the dolphin was so stupid. He's like, all right, if I touch it, will you shut? I'm like, bro, what is your problem?
how you gonna be fucking animals like that? Even if
And
that's a
then-
superpower, that's weird to find out that's your superpower too. Like you could talk.
You could
to
talk
animals,
to animals,
marine animals.
but them animals are sexually frustrated too.
So you gotta. So it come to you to get.
Like you're
to get
talking to
off.
sexually frustrated animals. Like, come on.
That's the most ridiculous thing. Some of the yeah.
And then literally it was like, oh, yeah, I found something. He's like, oh, a friend of mine is like a porpoise. He's like, just say it was a porpoise. Like he was ashamed of his power too. Like he's like, yeah, he could just say, yeah, I was talking to this porpoise, and that's how we found the Invisible Man's body in the thing of zinc because Homelander can't see through zinc.
That's hilarious.
It's like you can see through everything else except zinc.
I was dying.
Like, and why zinc? And he's like, oh, a friend of mine, like a porpoise. Say it was a porpoise.
Like, how you gonna push a nigga into that level? This is. I don't want to tell you that a sea cow found it, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, just start saying a manatee found it. What do you want me to say? It just sounds dumb. It just sounds dumb that I'm using manatees to help.
A friend of mine.
You know what I mean?
Your friend.
Just, I hit him up every now and then in the water.
Oh my god.
I would. Man, I don't know. I'm looking forward for season 2. I'm gonna finish up tonight with the season 1, and I want to get on season 2. And then,
Yo, I've heard season 3's been wild. That's what's really making everybody like just.
I'm
wild
excited.
about it also.
I saw this Asian chick.
Bruh.
She's savage.
Extremely.
Savage. That's what she did with a running boy, bro. She did it to A-Train. A-Train's like, I'm about to fuck you. Blah! Ah! And just on the ground.
I think A-Trade deserved that one.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was about to freaking bust her head open, bro. Like, what the hell?
And he was gonna beat up a homie dad who wants to make pizza rolls. I was like, fam, how you gonna disrespect homie dad because he want to make some pizza? Bro, this is A-Train.
Oh, so he
wow.
is. I gotta watch this episode.
See?
He ends up finding out the kid. Okay.
Yeah, they find it all. They connect it all together. And then Homeland. Oh, and then because you don't care about spoilers, right?
Not really.
So
No.
like, the blonde, like spokeswoman person.
Starlight, yeah.
No, Starlight, the corporate lady, the one that be like she be talking to Starlight and all the other ones to set them straight, and then also making deals with like other countries to get superheroes, right? They off Homeland crazy, son. Homeland offed her, son. They was buddy, and he was like, I love you. He was like, lasers to the eyes, done it. And then homie with the beard was like, well, that's shit. And then blew the whole place up. Cause that was his one gambling. That was his one like he thought that was Homeland's lowest lane. And it wasn't. Yo, Homeland said, nah, she ain't on lowest lane. Huh? And then killed her. And then homie had no choice but to blow himself up to get rid of Homeland, and it didn't even work. It was the craziest seasons, bro. I've been watching. I've been just powering through it.
Yeah, I heard season 2 is also majorly wild. So
I can't wait.
Can't wait.
I also started watching the new animes. Overlord season 4 is dropped. Hardest shit ever, son.
Really?
Man running the world right now. He running the world, and he tight, and like he's low key upset. Because he just took over like major kingdoms, and then everybody in the kingdom, like the new king comes in, You hide in the doors. No one's in the streets. It's not bustling like it used to because everyone's still apprehensive. So he's like trying to figure out how to get life back into the city again. But your homie, like, if have you ever watched Overlord,
Nah,
bro? Watch as an animated recommend because you recommend Ranking of Kings. Watch Overlord. You ain't gonna be disappointed. No way you'll be disappointed.
I mean, I recommended Beastar to you, right?
Yeah, I watched that too. You ain't gonna be disappointed.
Well, I think when we first started off, we all did. So
Yeah,
everybody. So.
I watched that and I got hooked on it with the rabbits and stuff. But this one,
I can't wait for season 3 to come out.
yo, it's
But
so season.
The
4
Netflix animes that are coming out is gonna be lit.
You seen Trigun?
Trigun? I've heard of Trigun. Like the old school one or the newest one that just came out.
They dropped a trailer for it. They dropped all right. So
I know there's an old school one from like the 80s or the 90s.
Classic.
Yeah,
91 classic.
Yeah,
and they have the movie Battle of the Badlands,
mm-hmm.
also excellent. Or I think it was like 95 or 96. But no, yeah, they got a new one coming out where they changed the animation up to be more like.
I mean, the animation for the original Trigun was ahead of its time too.
Yeah, and again, no disrespect to it either. I agree. They changed this animation because I don't know who's doing it. I don't think it's Netflix, but whoever is doing it, I believe has like they're doing their artistic view of it, and I'm not disappointed. But it looks more like you ever watch Ruby? Or yeah, so it's like a Ruby-ish type of anime. I am not disappointed, and then also Bleach is coming out too.
Oh yeah, I know Bleach. Yeah, they saying Bleach is coming out. I think this new season of Bleach is gonna be a Spinal One though.
So the ones I have looking out for Hunter x Hunter. I think we talked about bringing that out.
I think it's just called Hunter x Hunter. But okay.
Hunter x Hunter.
All right. People in the comments gonna roast your ass.
Roast me all you want. I just called it as it fucking is. Hunter x Hunter. And then Bleach, Overlord, Trigun, and that's about it. And then games, they got new RoboCop is coming out. And I don't know if you remember the old RoboCop.
The one from the 80s?
Yay. Yo, they got your homie voice. He came back, like the actual actor came back to do the voice for RoboCop. Mm-hmm. So the game's coming out for PS5, Xbox Series at 1S.
I don't know about a RoboCop like game.
Son, it looked hard as fuck. Namco's doing it, so a trusted game developer company, and like they showed the gameplay for it. It's almost like Doom, in the sense that it's first person shooter and stuff, but like you still get the reticles of like how RoboCop was looking, so with the cross eyes and stuff.
I think that would be better for like.
That's where they're going with it, because going for PC VR, it goes for the
PlayStation VR,
Xbox, and all the others.
Xbox got a VR?
I think theirs is.
Are they developing it, or is it part of Oculus?
I think that's the thing. I think theirs is just gonna be. They're gonna just because they're buying up the developing
I think
game
Microsoft
developers.
I think
to be put into the Oculus. So I don't think they're worrying about the tech that way.
Yeah, they're not like. Yeah, Microsoft is not trying to develop theirs. It's just.
I don't see why they would. They're just buying up they have all the major game developers now just to put the games in Oculus and all the other ones to make it still profitable. I wouldn't. If I was Microsoft, I would focus more on developing the better games, and then keeping and if anything, make it so that the Oculus can work with Xbox. That would be one thing I would say would be the major connection, but nonetheless. RoboCop with the original actors, pretty dope for me. And it's coming out June 2023, the expected date. I think it's going to be delayed, though. Because from looking at the trailer, it looks, I don't know, reminiscent to Time Crisis.
I like Time Crisis, though.
One. Like Time Crisis. Yeah. It's just but the game.
I mean, the other Time Crisis were better.
Yeah. So that's the only downside. But like, I'm sure once they like hash it, like work through it and everything.
Speaking of delay, they did say that the new God of War Ragnarok, they're setting it for November, and they say they're not expecting any delays, but we'll see.
Is Christopher what's called still
I believe he's still the voice.
Hey,
I believe he's still the voice. So yeah.
I'm with it. I think it's gonna be a really good one. I hope it comes out for PC. I hope.
I mean, it's been. I mean,
It's been talked
God of
about.
War has been an exclusive game for PlayStation for such a long time. So.
But they released the latest one out for
for
PC.
PS5 for like next gen and stuff.
Yeah, so that's what I'm wondering. This newest one will also get the same luxury of going to PC. Maybe not Xbox, but at least PC.
Because now a lot of games are going to PC because everybody's going to PC and everything. But I mean,
I never understand that. Like, you had better opportunities to, like, for PC gamers, you had more of an opportunity for a game to run better the way the developer would picture it, rather than a console game. You know what I mean? Like, if that makes sense. Like, if
the only thing I think I like about PC is the fact that like it's easier to mod the game.
Really?
It makes it's more creative. You add your creative touch to it. Because I remember when I think it was Arkham City had came out, or I think it was Arkham Knight. One of the Batman Arkham games had came out, and one of the like PC mods was that you could play as Killer Croc.
Yeah, I remember.
Like you was able to play as like certain characters, and it's just like.
I mean,
I think it's the same. Yeah, I mean, they do so much with. Yeah,
I was gonna say, yeah, GTA.
Like, I remember one time in GTA, like you could actually play as Hulk. Like someone did a Hulk mod, and it's just
get into a gang. They have gang mods too.
hilarious.
So, I was like, what? Nah, but like, I was saying like the PC part was the fact that like, games link over. If I get a new PC or if something breaks on if anything breaks on my device, I can fix it and get my games back, or just get a new device and get my games back. And any device, it wouldn't matter. I can get my games back. And with consoles, that was a real bugger. I went through like, you remember the Ring of Death? All right, end the story.
Nah, I mean, I never had Xbox. I never Ring of Death. But dude, I didn't know that red light
What?
for PS3. Because I remember when I first had my PS3, I had it in this like in the bottom of like my stand for my TV.
You get enough air.
And it collected dust
Yep.
while I was playing. One summer, I just seen the TV go. I'm just wondering what the hell is this line. I'm like, whatever. I'm still playing it. Next thing you know, shit just didn't turn on.
Yep. Burned
And
the whole thing out.
And I just see, I see a light. I see the red light. I'm like,
You got about a whole new.
I'm like, mom.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, as a child, you know how you explain you bought.
It's
parents got me the best Xbox.
I got that for Christmas. That was my Christmas.
Yeah.
present. And by the summertime, it's like.
And then it broke on their advice. Hey, put it in the TV like.
Or put it on top of your dresser or something. Or like make sure dust in here like every once in a while. It's like okay.
Put it in the most place that collects dust with the cable receiver.
It's like it's closer
and
to the
your
cable.
DVR.
Like, okay.
All right, I'll put it
You
in
see?
there where all the dust be at and there's no air circulation. My $400, $500 worth of gaming equipment broke, Mom. The only thing that works is my controller.
I think,
Bro,
I have to thank my mom because like for being somewhat patient about it. Like we was like on the phone with like Sony about the shit. Like you know that number they say or whatever.
privilege.
We was about like, how my privilege?
Because my mom said, well, you broke your damn Xbox. That's your damn fault. What?
And we was just like, we were waiting for this shit to like come back. Like, they send that box just to like get the shit. But like, I had a feeling they weren't going to fix it because it probably would have just been like a whole bunch of dust and shit. But I remember, this is also the good thing about Toys R Us too. We called Toys R Us about it. And it was like, oh, well, you know what? I think the guy was having a good day too. He was like, you know what? Just bring it to us. We'll exchange it. I'm like, he's like, okay.
Toys R Us is the shit, boy. I would say Toys R Us
Exchange it.
always had
He
your
was
back
like-
as a kid.
But mom was like, you break this one, I ain't doing shit. I'm like,
Bro, I had like 3 Xboxes that got red rings, and I swear to God. And then like the tricks that would come out about it, I had to wrap my shit up in towels. I had to overheat it. They were like,
over here.
I'd wrap it up with a towel, push the button, shit would perfect. And then Xbox symbol. I'm playing. I got a good hour and a half, 2 hours before the red rings come back. That's how I would play the game, bro. When I'm telling you the red rings and consoles, his console died. It just stopped working, and we just sitting there. He's like, "Yo, my Xbox won't turn on." What you mean? Just won't turn on.
It won't turn on.
And now we just look at it. So it's shit like that.
Oh,
We gotta wrap it up.
yeah, man. This has been an episode of TV Nerds. This is Turk Child, Gabe Stomach. You know the drill. Follow us on all our social medias. Our link tree will be on the bottom. Any announcements you got, Gabe? We head up out of here.
I'm still pulling up to Cape Coral for the Big Boys Barbecue Pit. I think I'll send you the link and everything so you can put it in. So you follow on Facebook to get the address. But yeah, I'll be there cooking and stuff and trying to improve the business. So that's about it.
We got turkey legs, briskets.
What?
Briskets in the bag
Pulled
too.
pork. I got you know what I'm saying? We got mac and cheese. I'll make some collard greens. We got
Baked
muffins,
beans, all that.
Baked all the trimming. And I make the sauce. All right. What? Yo, it's like black gold, baby. Black
Down
gold.
to the bone.
We run out of sauce every day. That's only 2 days.
All right. Y'all know the lingo. Stay nerdy. We out here.
I keep coming back to you.